Good evening, Lake Orion. Well, I'm your host today. I got a guest today. I'm Anthony, and I am with Bob. Hello, the Tween Taorminas. How you doing today? I'm Anthony, and as you notice, we got a guest today. There's Ian and Sammy. Guys, how you doing?
Had better days.
Had better days. And we got a guest today, Lake Orion girls freshman basketball coach, Bob Brydges. Bob, how are you doing?
Great. Happy to be here. Thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it. Looking forward to this.
I think we should real quickly talk about his record and where the two losses came from, just so we can give the audience a quick primer.
Yeah, real quick. So I've been the freshman coach for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Over the 2 years, we're 37-2.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty good record.
Yeah, thank you. We've done very, very well. Now, when Anthony is there, I have not lost.
Okay.
However, when Sammy's there, I've lost twice.
So when Sammy is there, just in the audience, or
No, he's actually on the table doing stuff.
keeping the books.
And
Oof.
yeah. However,
Ouch.
you know, and the bad part is they're both at home. Both losses were at home. It's very tough.
That's you. That's it.
But
Home
so
crowd.
we're working on that. We're going to try and switch that up.
All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough. That's a good record though, 37-2.
Thank you.
Yes, it's a lot of very good players, coached by a great coach. Two great coaches, Bob, and then also his assistant, Lisa.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Good
Lisa
deal.
Yankton, yes.
Yep, Lisa's been with me for 4 years total. I was the varsity coach at Bloomfield Hills Losser before they merged with Andover. And Lisa played AAU for me and played at Albany for 4 years, so it was good. I like having her around, and she somewhat helps keep Sam in check, so it's good. Yeah,
All right,
it's a big job. It takes so much.
Sometimes he needs a
November
babysitter.
8th was the
Oh, yeah.
best day of your life when my Stars went in there and just destroyed your Red Wings. Yeah.
And then when we went to Dallas, we beat them, so we were even
You
for the year.
screwed me over!
We always get screwed over. You ever notice? I'm just. This is just me speaking, but you two have done this show with him many, many times. I'm assuming. So whenever
many.
he loses, he's always gotten screwed.
There's a lot of blame.
Yeah, I noticed he has a tough time accepting
We
that
lost.
We lost. So when Sparty lost to Middle Tennessee State,
Oh God.
did you get screwed?
Yeah, they
No,
couldn't miss a
okay.
shot.
Okay,
That's
all right.
how.
They
That's how
couldn't
we
miss a
got
shot.
screwed.
Yeah, they did shoot very, very well. Although it paid off for Villanova, right? Great game last week.
Yeah.
I mean, great game last week. Them and North Carolina came down the wire. That was awesome.
That was a lot of fun.
That was a good game. Very good game.
What's your excuse to be when Stars lose in the first round?
Stars ain't going to lose in the first round.
They'll lose in the second, actually.
Oh, all right.
To the Blues or the Blackhawks, one of the two.
You mean they're going to actually win a playoff series?
I want to play. Yeah, I think the Stars are going to win the Stanley Cup this year. You just watch.
You said that every year since I've known you.
Yeah.
And how many years have you been right?
Never.
Well, was it 99?
99.
2000?
Yep. When the Stars won the Stanley Cup.
However, when they won, the guy that scored that winning goal, was he not like a Red Wing?
Who are we talking about here? Brett
Brett
Hull?
Was he not a Red Wing?
Yep.
So it took a guy that was eventually good enough to play for the Red Wings to actually score the goal to win him the title.
Then he won a cup with the Wings, I do believe, in
Yeah,
02.
he did. So
I don't want to talk about that. You're terrible.
Yeah.
yeah, that was a great series though. Wasn't that when we chased Patrick Waugh out of the
I
net?
want to say game 7,
Yeah, it was really
7 to
beautiful.
0.
Hey, Catman, shush.
After 5-0 start, and Patrick, got mad and threw his stuff away and
Yep.
walked away from hockey forever, pretty much.
Then I remember the crowd chanting, "We want Wah. We want Wah."
Yeah, well,
Zip it, kitty cat thing.
Well,
You know what? Deep down, you know what makes me happy? Was when Michigan State beat Michigan in the big house when you were at that game.
I was.
Yes, that was.
It was
And that was the
devastating.
best moment of your life when you were going absolutely nuts
Again.
on a touchdown. We still have that play, don't we? We still have it. You know what I mean? It's probably it's one of your favorite plays of your life.
It's not actually a favorite play of my life. My son and I were there, and yes, we lost the game. Yes, we made a mistake at the end to lose. But unlike you, I can accept the fact that we actually lost. Okay, I didn't get screwed. The referee didn't put the ball in the wrong spot. We lost. It happened, okay? My team then went on to finish the season with a respectable record, went to a bowl game, and won. Your team made a very nice run, Big Ten championship, and got to a bowl game. And how many points did they score again? Wow, hands on the head.
Wow.
Can you answer that question for me?
At least that dude is Surrender Cobra, 0.
Ah, 0 points.
You are a leader of that Surrender Cobra club.
I'm proud to be a Michigan Wolverine fan. Proud. And if that means I'm the captain or leader or whatever you want to call it, fine. We lost that game. We'll come back. It's not a problem. 38 more wins. You guys will even up your record with us. It's not an issue. It's all good for me.
38 wins, which
Yeah,
I
you
know.
don't- you
I'm
only-
confident in 2016, Michigan State's going to beat Michigan this year.
Okay, well, that'll probably be another bet that you'll end up buying me dinner, but that's good. I'm looking forward to dinner.
What?
It's all good.
Ooh.
I'm looking forward to dinner too.
You shut up.
Yeah.
We'll get to it.
That's yeah, I like
We'll
that.
get to it.
All
Sounds
right,
like fun.
let's talk about.
So you want to talk hockey?
Let's talk hockey. Yeah. The
How many
Wings,
people's here
Lightning.
made teams made the playoffs? Oh, just checking.
Shut up, Bob. Shut up.
Patrick Waugh can go golfing early.
Shut up, Ian.
All right.
Shut up, Catman. I think when
Go
you look
get
at
a
the
cat.
series, I think the first game we got Tampa-Detroit. I think that Tampa's going to win in 6 games over Detroit, even though
I
no
don't know about
Stamkos
that.
is out.
Many people are out. You want to go
Many
into that?
Because one goalie. Have you heard of the name Ben Bishop?
Heard of him.
Ben Bishop, though, the Lightning and the Wings split this year. They went 2-2 this year. That was with Stamkos. The one thing that I think the Wings have the advantage of is we have faced Bishop. You know, we faced him all last year in the playoffs. We faced him 4 times this year. The Red Wings have basically found out that Ben Bishop can be beaten high side, glove side. And I think that plays into a factor for us that, you know, we're going in pretty healthy overall. We got a lot of young guys that, you know, should have pretty fresh legs, you know, headed into this. And they are minus Stamkos. I see it complete opposite. I think it's Wings in 6 is my personal take on that.
And they're lacking their best defenseman.
Yeah, he's
Strowman
out
out.
too.
Who do you got?
I don't know. It's hard to pick in favor of the Wings just because of them, I don't want to say stumbling into the playoffs, getting booted by Boston and then New York. They did win 4 before that. If I had to pick, gun to my head, I'd say Wings in 7. A little revenge from last year.
What about Anthony? I think if you look at this series, this whole side of the bracket is very favorable to the Wings. Because I think I think the Wings have a better program than Florida, even though Florida's the best in the division. I think that, but I see the Wings winning in 6. I really do, because, I mean, the Wings want revenge, and it seems, and all you guys are saying it, Tampa's not healthy, Tampa's not as good as they used to be. And I just think that this series is probably prime for the Wings. The Wings got a great shot to at least get to the conference finals, because I think they can beat Florida, and I think they can beat the Islanders.
What about Stars Wild? Who do you guys got? I got Stars in 5.
I think, to be honest with you, I would rather see the Stars sweep the Wild. I don't like the Wild. I can't stand the Wild. I think the Wild are worse than the Wings. I think that the Wild are worse than the Penguins. I cannot stand the Wild. I'm going to say the Dallas Stars sweep the Minnesota Wild in 4.
What about Ian?
I kind of agree with that, actually.
What about Bob?
I think it'll go 5. I think they'll win 1 at home. I do think the Dallas Stars, beat the Wild. It's a good tune-up for them too, probably, moving forward, because I don't see them getting out of the second round. Sorry, Sammy.
I can see him beating St. Louis or Chicago.
I don't see that. They haven't matched up well with St. Louis all year, as you probably well know. And even though regular season-wise you've matched up pretty good with Chicago, overall, they have a lot more playoff experience than you guys do. They've gone a lot deeper in the playoffs. Obviously, they won 3 cups in the last 6 years. Yeah, I see that as a disadvantage for you guys being, a new team into the playoffs. I see you getting to the second round. I just don't see you getting out of it.
Plus, goaltending is very important.
Yep.
And
Stars
you've
at
struggled.
2.
You struggled, though, with goals against average.
Yes, I know.
And that could play a big role in the playoffs.
It is.
That being said, you should cream the Wild.
Thank you.
Can we go back to the Wings for a minute, though? Because
quickly.
I feel like we're at kind of a interesting spot with the Red Wings and the fans. Holland has been getting a lot of criticism lately, this year especially, and with them kind of limping into the playoffs, in a sense, I guess my area of concern is Anthony Mantha was sent back to Grand Rapids.
Yeah.
I don't quite understand that, and I don't understand the minutes Anthony Ciu's getting, about 6 minutes a game. I don't understand those two things.
I'm in complete agreement with you, Ian. I firmly believe that Mantha should have stayed. Anthony Ciu should be seeing more ice time. I think, however, what you're seeing right now is you're seeing the last of the era with the Red Wings. Datsuk has already came out. The Free Press broke the news.
Right.
Hey, he's going back to Russia after this year. He's going to retire.
Right.
We probably need to move a couple of the older defensemen as well. But the core of this team is all young. You can see it coming. And I think that we got a pretty good glimpse this year that we have some real talent moving forward. I think we need to shore up the defense, moving forward. I think our forward lines are actually pretty good. And I think we actually have two competent goalies. Whether or not they can get on the same page and actually play well together at the same time, which would be nice. But it seems like one's played well, then the other's played well. Then we went through about an 8-game stretch where neither one played well. I would like to touch on the one point you're saying limped into the playoffs, however.
Yeah,
and
they
we'll
did limp in the playoffs.
Well, limped in, I didn't see it that way. Granted, they lost the last 2 games. I understand. Both on the road, both against teams that needed to win as well. So, and it wasn't, the Boston game was definitely,
Pretty discouraging.
Pretty discouraging. I get it. But we played well against the Rangers.
Yeah.
We had a goal disallowed in the first period on an offside call.
Yeah.
Not that that's why you lost, but it would have been a tight game. Both games we played before that with the Rangers both went to overtime.
Right.
One was a 1-0 game.
Right.
It's one in overtime.
Power play great.
I see. Yeah, power play. Our power play has actually been getting better too.
Yep.
So
Ours power play's good.
I don't see it. Hey, you get in however you get in, whether you win or you lose your way in. Would you have preferred to win going in? Yeah, I think so, but.
Guys, we do got to get to a commercial. They were telling me we got to get to a commercial. So we'll be right back. We'll continue the conversation on Between Taorminas on ONTV.
When I'm in Lake Orion and I want to catch up on sports, I watch Between Taorminas.
Set the date. Lake Orion is having its 16th annual Flower and Art Fair on Friday, May 6th and Saturday, May 7th. This event takes place in the streets of downtown Lake Orion and kicks off the summer season. It's a wonderful place to purchase garden-related products and handmade craft items. This also provides a great opportunity to buy that special Mother's Day gift. Want to be a vendor in the fair or know someone who does? Don't delay, apply today. Give us a call or check out our website for an application. For more information or to download a vendor application, visit our website at downtownlakeorion.org. We hope to see you there.
Baseball.
Yeah, that's probably a better idea.
All right, welcome back to Between Taorminas here on ONTV. Guys, how you doing?
Hanging in there.
Crying.
He should be.
I've
trying.
been embarrassed. I'm humiliated. That guy's an embarrassment to Canadians and everywhere. What's your response to this?
It's Sammy. I just consider the source. It's easier.
Okay, let's talk about the Pistons making the playoffs.
Let's let Sammy lead this discussion, shall we? Salvatore, excuse me. Can we get some coherent words about the Pistons and what you think?
Stop it!
Why? What's the problem?
Because they're jokes in the NBA.
Why are
Because
they?
they don't deserve to make the playoffs. They were a year away.
But they made the playoffs this year, which means what? I haven't been eating for several days now. I'm very hungry. Where are you going to take me? You going to pick me up at 7 tonight? Sam?
I don't know.
Cruisinmere's great.
I'm broke.
Maybe we can go somewhere in Rochester.
McDonald's.
McDonald's, dollar menu. So Sammy lost his bet. There's
No,
Sammy's
that's
feelings
my
right now.
life in the toilet now.
Yep. So for some reason, Sammy bet against Stan Van Gundy, the Pistons. He didn't think the youth were hungry enough to make the playoffs. And they did.
It was easy to bet against the Pistons, though, to be fair, really.
Kind of. I liked what they did. I mean, obviously in hiring Stan Van Gundy and what they did last year to get Reggie Jackson, to give him the confidence, to make him the it's hard to say who's the focal point of the team between him and Drummond, but I think Reggie is, 1A if not
if you
one.
play hack a Drummond, that's a good thing because he don't make free
But they
throws.
signed a very, competent backup center in Aaron Baines. So, especially on Friday against Washington, he went 10 for 10 in free throws when Drummond was on the bench. Stan Van Gundy, last year was the only year he never made the playoffs in his career. So, especially in the NBA, where I don't want to say it's easy to make the playoffs, but it's not baseball. It's not football. It's a little easier in the NHL and in the NBA to make the playoffs. That was an easy bet for me.
Well, I mean, you could have had the Bulls make the playoffs, and then look what happened to the Bulls.
Could have, but again, Derrick Rose. He's beat to shreds. Point guard is very important. So,
Agree with Ian on the point guard situation. I thought the key moment for the Pistons down the stretch was the trade that brought Tobias Harrison.
oh yeah,
His outside shooting has been very good. I thought he's brought a nice new energy to the Pistons. When you look at it too, and right now we're tied with Indiana. We still have a chance to possibly get the 7th seed, and not just make it, but make it in and not have to play Cleveland, which is probably a first-round loss.
call me crazy. I want Cleveland though. I want Cleveland.
I understand wanting Cleveland. Wanting Cleveland and beating Cleveland are probably two different realms.
It is. I just feel like now's the time to
Wait, you
pounce
hate
on them.
the city of Cleveland.
I do. I'm
You
not a
hate
big
the
fan.
city of Cleveland.
But there's a lot of turmoil, with that team, and I feel like their big three. I don't, LeBron and Kyrie obviously, but Kevin Love I think is no good.
Kevin Love's in a tough situation, though. I don't know what you guys think, and this is an interesting point for me. When they brought him in to begin with, they've never played him the way that he played when he was in Minnesota.
Right.
When he was an all-star in Minnesota, and it was a totally different game for him.
True.
His game was rebounding and inside.
Yeah.
And they haven't used him like that because if he's inside, then LeBron and Kyrie can't drive the lane.
Right.
It's a little different program
Yeah,
for them at
that's
that
true.
particular point. So I haven't understood that. They found ways to win. Obviously, they're the 1 seed still at this point. They've clinched the 1 seed, but I like that point. I still think it would be very tough this year to beat them. Now, I think they'll revamp in the offseason. They'll be a completely different team next year, and LeBron might not even be there. Who knows?
I think he might not.
You think Golden State gets 73 wins?
Yes.
Yes.
They play Memphis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At home,
Yes,
and
at home.
and the last time they played them, they beat them by 50.
Yep.
Yeah, I just think that's a pretty easy call.
It's kind of a bummer last night in San Antonio. I wanted to see San Antonio win.
I did too. I mean, I have a good friend of mine that works in their media department in San Antonio. One of my former Oakland players actually works there, Jordan House.
Interesting stat though. No NBA team has ever gone undefeated at home. There's been 3 or 4 one-loss teams, but nobody's ever gone undefeated at home. The one thing I do like about Golden State, they went the whole year this year. They never lost a back-to-back. Never lost 2 games in a row. They went the whole year.
That is wild.
That's impressive.
That's very, very impressive.
And now do they have? No, it's not tonight. It's tomorrow night.
Tomorrow.
They play.
I don't
Might be
think
Wednesday.
Wednesday night.
Okay.
I don't think they play till Wednesday
they
night.
don't play till
yeah.
Wednesday.
So history probably Wednesday night. Do we see
Kobe
any
Bryant's last
team?
game.
That's true. In Utah.
Yep.
See you later.
It's at home.
That's at home. It's at
at
LA.
home.
Oh, it's
It's in
oh,
LA.
Oh, oh.
Yeah, he has a game tonight, I believe,
yeah.
in Utah.
Oh, okay,
And then
okay.
he's home Wednesday night, I believe.
Yeah.
For his final game at the
Staples.
Staples Center.
Yeah. Great player. Probably overstayed his welcome. This year he was
I
kind
don't know
of.
about that.
Although a cool stat I saw, I don't know if it was yesterday or it was today, this morning, something like that. So they were listing guys that played their 20 seasons, and in the 20th year, Kobe Bryant, for any player that has played their 20th year, has scored the most points by any player scored in their 20th year. Better than Kareem, better than Jordan didn't play 20 years, but better than anybody else in the league that's ever played 20 years. I thought that was an interesting stat because I'm not a big Kobe guy, never was. I mean, obviously he's West Coast guy, so all I cared was that we beat him in the finals.
In 2004, yeah. Beat Kobe, beat Shaq, beat Peyton, beat Malone.
So do we see any team standing in the way of Golden State? Do we see the Spurs having a shot at beating them?
San Antonio's got a shot.
Cleveland getting revenge if they meet again.
I think Cleveland can beat Golden State. I really do.
Who do you think of those two teams? Do you think it's Cleveland? Do you think they get by San Antonio?
I still think San Antonio's the best team to knock them off, but
Yeah.
I think Cleveland coming out of the East has a shot at knocking them off.
I'd like to see San Antonio win. My brother's a big San Antonio Spurs fan for whatever reason, and so I've watched a lot of, well, not a lot, but some, and
I like San
It'd be
Antonio,
nice to
how
see
their
them win.
program is.
right.
And they've still based it on
consistency.
consistency, defense.
Yep. Team
just-
basketball.
Yeah,
They've retooled well this year too.
they have.
Bringing in Aldridge this year, and kind of turning the reins over to the next
To Kawhi
set of
Leonard.
yeah,
Yeah.
Kawhi Leonard. I mean, you could very well see the last of Tim Duncan this year,
Yes.
especially if they don't make the final, or maybe if they do make the finals. But
Right.
if they don't make the finals, I think he might call it a career. But
He could.
it's been a good career.
And seeing him
yes.
go about his business, it's pretty impressive. He's not a guy you see messing up in the headlines, or he's not a diva by any means. He's all work, all business, so you respect that. And obviously he's been in San Antonio
Right.
with Greg Popovich for
Yes.
however long he's been there, 17, 18 years. It'd be nice to see them knock off Golden State.
It's
for me.
interesting piece with that too. He's talking about Duncan and being, kind of almost like the perfect coming through. He learned from a guy that was before him. They've really had a very long 25-year stretch of centers that have played the way the game's supposed to be played, and you haven't heard any negativity out of either one of those guys.
For a 5-time champion, he
Yeah.
doesn't get the love or the
No,
accolades either.
absolutely not.
So-
Totally agree.
That being said, the Warriors, they're fun to watch. Steph's fun to
Curry,
watch. Iguodala is a good defender. Klay Thompson can shoot it. But they get so much love, so much publicity.
Yes.
Whereas
Just wait till they get the hate.
San Antonio was right there with them
Yeah.
all year for the most part. They were a few games ahead, but it'd be nice to see. I like to see the media darlings kind of fall.
See what happens.
Personally.
All right. Any final thoughts?
Go Pistons. Can't wait to eat. Strap on the feed bags.
Bob, any final thoughts?
I'm actually going to be interested to find out how much Ian got him for at dinner.
one McChicken, I'm sure. Maybe a cup of water.
We'll be right back with Between Taorminas on ONTV. Hello, Oakland County. This is Sammy Taormina talking OA Now. In it, we'll talk various stories from ranging from the state to Oakland County teams affecting the OAA. Catch us here on OA Now. Hello, Lake Orion. It's Anthony Taormina, co-host of Between Taorminas. I want to let you know of a new show called History Now. In it, we're going to talk about global, national, and political events that occur in our lifetime. We're going to also have guests and also have co-hosts as well, and also plenty of surprises. Catch us on History Now here on ONTV. Welcome back to Between Taorminas. Bob, you having a blast?
Oh, it's been fun. I appreciate it. Sammy's actually stayed relatively,
Yeah,
Batman!
There we go.
Exactly. Somewhat, fact-based today. He's had some decent takes. I like that.
That helps.
It does help. It's
You need to be
amazing.
re-educated. Let's talk about the Detroit Tigers real quick. Ha! You're Kansas City Royals. You're Kansas City Royals, man. You know the Royals are a good baseball team, and your Detroit Tigers are nothing more. They're going to fall apart during the year, and you know deep down you need to be hashtag Be Royal.
Haven't heard that one before.
Yeah,
No, never. Past 3 years of my life.
Tigers are finished. They're not even going to make the playoffs.
5 games in.
Yeah, they're not going to make playoffs. They're already done. They're
Well,
finished.
there
Verlander got rocked.
was some bad news today. Verlander did get hit. He
Yeah,
got
he
hit
got
hard. And James McCann looks like he's going to the DL. Sprained his ankle.
Yep. Ooh, that's bad news.
That is bad news. That being said, he did throw out 2 base runners today. That was nice.
Strike him out, throw him out, double play.
Yep, that looked good.
Bob, what do you think about this all?
I agree. Verlander struggled today. cold, windy day.
Early in the year.
Early in the year, looked really good his first outing. I thought he
Tigers
looked
are
really.
finished. You're done.
He went five. He went 5 innings of
done.
no-hit baseball. His first inning out. His fastball and his slider were up today. His curveball was sharp again today, but once you can't rely on just one pitch to get through.
No. You got to have
It was
a
a tough day.
fastball.
Pittsburgh's a good team too,
They
guys.
are
They
real
made the
good.
playoffs.
They got a
last
deep
3 years in a
lineup.
row. Yeah, exactly.
They're deep.
Yeah, so I really think I don't know that the Tigers make the playoffs.
No, they
but
won't make the playoffs.
I think they're going to contend.
No, they won't contend.
I think the. Wait, he's just full of it.
They won't contend. Because I'm telling you right
Who do you
now-
think's going to contend?
Well, that's easy. Got his Kansas City Royals.
Are you a Royals fan?
No.
Yes.
You got the Texas
Are
Rangers.
you a Royals fan?
Old bit.
Yeah.
It's an old bit
I'm
theater.
just asking you a question. Let's stay on the facts here. Are you a Royals fan?
Yes, I am. He needs to be Royals.
Yes, you're a Royals fan.
Of course. They're one of my sports empire teams. Yes.
Okay, so you were pretty happy last year. They won the World Series.
Of course. He
It's
was
very
real
nice.
happy too that they won the
Yeah,
World
he
Series.
threw a party. He
He threw a party.
He was
He was
ecstatic.
ecstatic. Yeah, he was ecstatic.
It was a pity party.
It was a great party
I
for
could-
you
I could
because
see
you're
that.
a Royals fan. Because I'm telling you right now. Because the Tigers are going to make the playoffs. Because here's why.
And then?
You got the Texas Rangers.
Go ahead.
You got the Houston Astros. You got the
Not in our
Kansas City
division.
Royals.
They're in our
And then
division.
of course you have your next favorite team. Stretch. You can't put on the board. Eagles, have mercy.
The Chicago White Sox.
Oh boy.
So Chicago hasn't gotten off to a very good start either, though.
No.
No, how about those Twins?
Yeah, the Twins
Twinkies look good.
We're in what 17 years or 18 years, something like that. We're started there.
0-6.
Casano's
Yeah.
not playing well.
Well,
I'd
it's 5
imagine.
games in, guys. I
Right.
mean, it's pretty early to talk baseball.
Can I make a case for the Tigers as well?
I think they had a great case.
This team, in my opinion, has more depth
Agreed.
in their 25-man roster and on their 40-man roster
Finished.
than previous years when they ran away with the division.
They're done. They're
Granted,
finished.
the division teams weren't as good,
They're finished.
but I think they can contend because they have depth.
No.
To his point, I mean, you just talked about actually McCann going on the DL. And last year I would have said that's awful. We're in really, really tough shape. This year you've got Salto Lamakia is his backup, switch hitter at catcher. I think that's
Veteran
fantastic.
guy.
Veteran guy, knows how to work with the pitchers, knows how to stay in a lineup, do the little things that's necessary, which has allowed us to trade away the other catcher.
Oh,
Brian Holiday.
Brian Holiday. We got rid of Avila.
Vila
Thank you,
walked.
thank you.
Whoa.
No, I'm sorry. I was never an Avila fan.
Oh, man. He's my
Just
favorite.
can't say it.
Love him.
Can't say
You
it.
deep down, but then again, Kansas City's the tail of the team to beat in the AL Central, and you know that.
That's
they
true.
love
They won the
Hosmer.
World Series. Of course, they're the team to
Said you
beat.
loved Hosmer.
No, I do not like Hosmer.
Yeah.
He's good.
And you like Mike Moustakas.
Mike Moustakas.
You like
my
him.
least favorite player.
You like Mike Moustakas. You said, I sent a Twitter, I sent a tweet to you about Moose.
I think I like Nelson Cruz more than I like Moustakas. But continue. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's all good. Sammy gets off on his tangents,
does.
and we have to try and bring it back to.
And you know, deep down-
Remember. Fantasy Island. We're dealing realities here, okay?
No, you need to be a Stars fan.
The Tigers have a chance
No, they don't.
with the depth that they've accrued. Now, the one thing I will say, and we were talking a little bit about this I'll make it quick, but I'm concerned with Osmus.
Yeah.
I don't think
Fire.
he's the guy to take us to the next level.
Fire.
That's just my last take on that.
Don't like the game management.
Agree.
I like the locker room management.
Yeah, agree.
Fire. Fire.
Hopefully the locker room benefits
I'm in
outweigh.
agreement with Sammy here. Fire him.
Fire.
Fire him. All right.
They might have to. You don't know.
All right, Bob, thank you for coming out.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Thanks
thank you
for
very
being
much.
in.
Absolutely.
And deep down, go! Stars, go!
Good night between Taorminas.